Hey guys, Numbra again with another vlog. That's the word. This little muffin cupcake, little sweetie fuzzball is goat. He has little horns on his head. Also, he's really sleepy. Oh, he's waking up. I have another large cat somewhere around here, but he's growling. Today's topic I'll be discussing in front of the camera in some display of mental illness will be passion. You like it when I'm entering you slowly without entering you? But no, not that kind of passion. Lol, had you going for a second. The kind of passion I'm talking about is the kind of passion that you pursue. A dream, an aspiration. It's a thing you think about all the time. You think about before you go to sleep. You might be thinking about while you're sleeping. Think about when you first wake up. Passion for something outside yourself. Something you can work on. Something that defines you. Now we all have it. We all have a passion. And usually it just takes a few seconds for you to know your passion. Hell, you might just know your passion automatically. And the most horrible fact is that people stifle their own passions, and not usually due to any part of themselves, but rather because of outside parties. Fear of judgment plays a really big role in stifling of passion. When we were children, we had dreams and aspirations. Didn't matter if they're unrealistic to others, we just had them. When we were Dr. Dinosaurs, a superhero, musician, you name it. You wanted to be everything, and you didn't give a fuck about what other people said. Astronaut! The thing is, you can't be stifling these passions based upon what you think others might view you as if you pursue them. It's not their life to live. And I promise you, if you don't go follow through in these things that you can't live without thinking about, one day on your deathbed, you're gonna be regretting it. Now, I'm not saying you can spend all your time doing this thing. It would be nice, but we have to make money to survive. We live in a very materialistic society. It's all credit-based. How much monies do you have? You need to have this many monies to have a home. This many monies to be situated. This many monies to eat. And because of that, we need to have jobs. And these jobs take a large portion of our time so we can make enough monies to be allowed to live, to matter. So our passions, our drives, our dreams get put on back burner. And only the lucky few manage to squeeze through the cracks. And I'm not talking about those who are already born famous because they're rich or have famous parents. That shit doesn't impress me much, Shania Twain. You know, the thing is that when we take a look at society and we glorify these idols, we don't seem to realize how little they had to work to get what they wanted. Because they had more monies. Rebecca Black, anybody? You know, the people I absolutely respect? The ones who came from literally the dregs, ground up, and they earned their place. They followed a dream against all odds, which has a chance of being more beautiful. Something that was always a piece of gold. It can't be anything more than that. It's gold. It can't be transmuted. You can polish it up a little bit, but in the end, it's still gold. Like the bigger chunk it broke off of. Like having rich and famous parents. Now, what about a lump of coal? Starts out as black fuel to function in a bigger machine. Somehow it rolls off the pile, gets compressed enough by its own luck, drive, volition, becomes a diamond. That is beautiful. Problem is most society thinks it's all just about luck. And they'll sit there thinking to themselves that they're meant to be something big, famous, sex tapes. But it doesn't just happen. Not often. Not without a lot of this or a little bit of this. What it comes down to is you have to have a dream. A dream that sees its fulfillment based upon how much interaction you have, how much drive you have, and how much you strive to achieve it. You have a lot of people out there who can't live anymore. A lot of people who've been killing themselves, who've been depressed. A lot of people can't handle it. Working 9 to 5 to make enough monies to survive, to be counted as human, as real, like they belong. But they don't really have anything else, do they? What do you spend your excess money on? Limited things. Booze, drugs. Some people get a little bit more creative, but in the end, it always just runs out. That in itself is distractionary. Distraction from what, some people may say? Well, Billy, from the inevitable end, the end of your days. You have people out there saying that they will have no regrets. Easier said than done. And you're not really a good judge of that from this vantage point. Just wait till you're actually on your deathbed. You look back on your life, would you regret not being that rock stacker you always wanted to be? Or would you regret not doing it because you were afraid of what others might think? I think there'd be no worse realization. That's the worst fear. It isn't the fear of death. It isn't the fear of there not being anything after death. It isn't the fear of there actually being something after. The fear is it's not living your life by your standards. If you live your life based on how others view you and what their expectations are of you, you're not living for you. You're just a slave. You're just a caged animal doing tricks. What's expected. Roll over. Play dead. What if this motherfucking dog wants to dance? True fulfillment is different from person to person. And what I may view as fulfillment may be different in another person's eyes. But that's something that I can accept. You. Do you paint? Do you draw? Do you sing? Do you play an instrument? Do you do anything? Do you play sports? Do you take pride in your job? If you answered no to all these questions, then maybe you should think a little harder. Because there's something in you that needs to be given birth to in this world. And it's not going to just happen by you sitting there waiting on your big break that may or may not come. You're no Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is Justin Bieber. And he lucked out on a Justin Bieber scale. I have a dream. I'm not ashamed of it. I make music. I produce music. Majority of my work is done digitally, some of it analog. Whenever I close my eyes before I go to sleep, I picture the feeling of stage lights on me. Their heat. The sound of people saying my name, knowing who I am. The sound of my music. Doing a sound test. That's all I can think of. And a day I let go by where I'm not trying to pursue my dream. It's another day wasted. And I can't let myself live that way. And I know I'm not the only one. I think within each heart who sees this, you have the same drive. And hey, you know, I'm totally behind you no matter what you want to be. A dinosaur doctor? Do it. Dinosaurs are scary. Someone has to do it. But you have dreams for a reason. You have goals. Call dreams because you're obsessed with them. They're in here even while you're awake. You're a dreamer. But you're not the only one. Recognize the song reference? Don't wait until it's too late and your body is dying to realize that there's so much more to this life. The changes that you make out in the world are hard to make, especially by yourself. Changes in here are done by you and you alone. You govern this. And you govern this. External factors play no role. I encourage you to live your dream. Before it's too late. Deep. Anyway, that concludes another one of my that concludes another one of my things. So join me tomorrow when I decide to talk about some other bullshit that may or may not have any relevance in your life. Have a good one.